It was a pleasure to having you with us. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, guys. Bye, everyone.
Ja, meine Damen und Herren, ich erwähnte vorhin beim Intro ja, dass heute ein ziemlich wilder Hype mit dabei sein wird. Weshalb er das ist, sehen Sie selbst. Das ist Matt Rebeaud, meine Damen und Herren. Er stammt ursprünglich aus Payerne, ist die dritte Generation einer, wie er sagt, Offroad-Enthusiastenfamilie. Wohl deshalb saß er schon mit 4 Jahren zum ersten Mal auf einem Motorbike. Er wurde dann ein Profi und dazu noch ein sehr erfolgreicher Weltmeister, Gesamtsieger der Red Bull X-Fighters und er holte eine Silbermedaille an den X-Games. Heute mit 40 Jahren, da geht er es überhaupt nicht ruhiger an. Er gibt weiterhin seine spektakulären Shows zum Besten und ich freue mich, ihn jetzt hier zum Talk zu begrüßen und mit ihm über Angst, über Leidenschaft und Innovation in der Luft zu sprechen. Welcome, here on stage, Matt Rebeaud. Matt Rebeaud. Join me, Matt. We organized the Red Bull.
Yeah, I get one too.
Okay.
Yeah, I definitely need energy. You know, I feel way more comfortable on my bike than in front of people. Then I will try
Red
to
Bull
grab
will
some
help,
energy.
but don't fly away, okay? So, Matt, I watched a lot of your videos, and it's totally crazy. Backflips, backflip combos, underflips. How much craziness is needed to do something like that?
You know, I think I'm not crazy, but it's just a passion. I received my first bike at 4 years old, and I pretty much ride all my life, and it's just a passion. I love what I do, and of course, you know, you try to do always some more, and that's the result.
You just said you started with 4 years, so you still remember the moment you said, I want to become a professional rider.
I think from when I was very young, you know, at school, when my teacher asked me what I want to do later, I'm like, I want to be a motocross rider, I want to be a world champion. And my teacher said, you know, it's not a job. You need to find another job. And it's pretty funny because 20 years later, I prove my teacher then it's my job, and I'm world champion.
We just watched the video, so this training ground is in your backyard, right?
Yeah, it's around my house, and of course I start with the regular bike, and that's the cool thing with the e-bike. I have more opportunity to ride everywhere where I want.
Yeah. How much training do you do?
I try to ride every day on my bike, and of course you have all the physical training on the side, but most of my practice is on a bike.
Yeah. Let's talk about the backflip. It's, for me, unimaginable to do something like that. So, do you still remember the first backflip you did?
Yes, of course.
What's needed to say, okay, I'm starting now and I'm gonna do a backflip?
No, you prepare. You know, we practice on a foam pit. And foam pit, it's like a swimming pool filled of foam of blocks of foam.
Oh, that
and
makes it much
we actually
more easy.
jump with the bike on this foam pit, and after we have a crane to come pick us up. And you try the backflip on this, and after when you figured out how to control the rotation and you understand where you are in the air and everything, and you are 100% sure you do good on a foam pit, you can try on dirt. And my first backflip was in 2003 in the Supercross of Geneva. That was the first backflip from an open rider, and that was a pretty good moment, and that's actually where my career starts.
Yeah. So you're a very innovative inventor in your sports. Your backflip combos and the underflips are inventions of you. So how did you invent new moves and so on?
You know
Because
that.
we're talking about inventions today,
Yeah.
and innovation also.
Of course, first you dream about it. You think like I think all the new combination of tricks that I did, I was dreaming during the night, and after the day after, I try on dirt. And sometimes you think it's possible, but you never find a solution. And sometimes you want to do a tricks, and you just have to find the solution to do it. And it's pretty much how it goes.
This begs the question, how many accidents did you have so far?
I don't speak about that. Way too much. I think that's definitely the worst part of my sports. I definitely don't like this, but it's a part of the game, and you know.
But you always went back. Did you never have doubts? Because you had some serious injuries.
Yes, it's pretty much. We speak a lot about that with my wife, and it's ride a dirt bike that make me so happy, and that's my life. Then, if I don't ride, I'm not feeling that good. And I think, of course, right now I'm doing a lot with the sports, but I think later on I will always ride a dirt bike because I love that.
Yeah. Fear? Is this a word in your vocabulary or not?
Yeah, of course. You have a lot of fear, and
Really? You have a lot of fear?
Yeah, for sure. But the thing is, like, I'm working with psychology of sports to help me to deal with that and to figure it out, and to be 100% on a bike.
What does that mean? You have mental strategies or so? Or mental coaching?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, and I think it's very important. First I got that for when I was doing competition to be sure, and at this moment at 100% of my capacity. And now I'm getting old, and now I'm family with 2 kids, and we're still walking, but differently. And now it's more to not be too scared on a bike, to understand everything, to understand my body and my brain, and to be good.
Yeah. 10 years ago, you stopped starting at competitions and changed your philosophy. What happened then?
I get 2 children. No, I think it's just the evolution of my career. I started with competition where I was only focused on result and doing some events, and it's cool. But to do that with a family, it's definitely hard because you're traveling all around the world, and it's pretty hard. And I was world champion. I win the Red Bull X Fighters medal in X Games. I was everything that I never dreamed to be that far. Then that was a decision for me to stop competition and try to do something else. And that's pretty much where I started to ride the e-bike, because that was a good challenge to try this bike and to see that. And after, my main goal right now is try to do something on a bike that never been done before. That's my philosophy, and it works so good because I got super lucky. Red Bull is behind me and helped me on my crazy project, and that's pretty much the video that you see at the beginning. That's my first video with an e-bike, and it was successful.
Yeah.
It was actually super hard because, you know, when you arrive with an e-bike on a motocross world, a lot of people don't like it. but it's a cool
Really?
challenge. Yeah, it's a cool challenge for me to prove that the e-bike is super cool, to prove that you can do exactly the same tricks and the same jump than with a regular bike. And it's quite pretty funny because this video, when the video show up, more than half of the comments was bad about the bike. They say, "Oh, no noise, no smell, nothing. It's not a dirt bike."
Yeah.
But that was 3 years.
In 2019, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
And now all my video that I do with the e-bike, I don't have any bad comments of the e-bike. They are just focused on what I did, on what I do, what tricks I did. But it's cool to see the evolution of the people, to see them they change the vision of the e-bike, and it's quite pretty cool for me to fight for that.
Yeah, and what exactly was the reason to say, I'm going to change to an e-bike? Because it's not very common in your sport.
Yeah, of course. I think all the people think that a dirt bike rider, it's like love to make noise and love to do that. But I think for me that was just hey, that's new, and that can open me a lot of doors to do some new thing. And I think we will show some other video when I was riding on the snow on the mountain, and with a regular bike, for sure, I will never have the permission to do that. But
Yeah.
with the e-bike, people are, it looks cool, and open me a lot of doors and a lot of new events and a lot of new sponsors too.
Yeah. Today. Yeah, about the sponsor. Cheers, by the way. You just talked about riding in a snow park, right?
Yeah.
That was in Lux.
In Lux, yeah.
And that was just possible because you were riding an e-bike.
I think that helped me a lot. For sure, I think if I come with a regular bike, they will never accept that. But with the e-bike, and you know, they trust on this mobility too, like all the resort, and they think that it was cool, and they let me do that.
We have another video where you were riding in a museum. Let's have a look, and you can tell us something about that. How came the idea up?
Actually, we got pretty lucky. That was during COVID shutdown, and the museum was closed, and all my events was cancelled. And you know, the boss of the museum is a friend of me, and we start to the idea, hey, it's nobody on the museum, can I come to ride? And they agree, and I got 1 day where I have the museum for me, and I can do what I want. That was quite funny.
Yeah.
And that was cool because, you know, on this time, all the event was cancelled. I got nothing. I was waiting at the house, but still riding and still practicing. And, you know, we have the chance to do that.
How much preparation is needed for something like that?
Actually, you know, the jump, it's the regular jump than we do, and we didn't prepare a lot because, you know, that was COVID time, and we cannot really go check the place very often.
Yeah.
And we just arrive on the morning and shoot and try to have the best shoot that we can, and that's it. That was quite a pretty easy project.
Pretty easy. Okay. You just said your main goal is to do what no one has done before.
Yeah.
You have a dream or a project that you still want to do?
Yeah, of course. No,
So tell us something about that idea.
It's quite, you know, top secret, all the new project, because I want to be the first one, but actually some new possibility with the bike. The bike, it's waterproof. Then I don't need to explain more. And that's a project that we want to do next summer.
Next summer?
Yeah.
And a little bit something that you can tell us?
Jump to the summer.
Okay, so I'm just having a look into the questions out of the audience. What would you say to your kids when he or she would say, Dad, I want to be an FMX rider?
My oldest kids have 4 years old and he already have a bike. But
Okay, that answers the question.
no, but the thing is that, my kids do BMX, they love music. They have a dirt bike because, they see me riding a dirt bike. And it's quite pretty funny because he really is right now very focused on BMX. Because you go to do BMX with some friends and you have a lot of guys on the track, and he's not too much on the motor side because I think he only do motor with his dad, and he do what he want to do, and I just want to help him to what he loves to do, and that's it. I just hope that he have a passion for something.
That's great. So we still have time for a last question. It's from Lars. What do you do if you panic before a major trick? Did you ever stop or do you just take the risk?
No, you have to stop. Definitely. Of course, it's already happened when you don't feel good, then you just have to go a little bit less on the easy tricks. But if you are too scared, you cannot do it. Definitely not.
Yeah.
Because it's dangerous, If you are too scared, you cannot do the tricks. And that's pretty much what we work on a psychology side, to be sure that you are 100% on your capacity when you are on a bike.
Yeah. So that was our signal. We have to stop.
Okay.
Matt, it was a pleasure having you with us.
Thank you.
Thank you very much. Ja, gute Fahrt, kann man da nur sagen. So, nach diesen Höhenflügen mit Matt